It's Madden NFL 23, where we'll see a brawl inside the AFC West. It's the Raiders and the Broncos, just ahead on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
It's been fun to watch his development through the years, and right now what you see is a very confident quarterback who has a strong sense of self, totally understands the offense, and knows how to get the ball to his playmakers on the run.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his car on 3rd down. A dump off here to Bolden. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball in the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably...
You want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got around the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
And they are going to stop them on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So they give it up just on their side of midfield. And, yeah, I mean, a surprising decision there to go for that.
Must have a lot of confidence in his defense. Must feel like, hey, we're in great shape here because our defense can hold them because they're really outside of field goal range now, all right, the opposite team. So if you hold them here, you haven't given up any points. You may give up a punt and you're pinned down a little bit, but must have thought it was an okay spot to go for it and decided to be aggressive.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. With no hesitation there, not only did they throw it on their first play, Charles, they throw it into double coverage and complete it.
They might as well have gone to a podium and just announced, we're not going to be challenged or bullied in this game. We're taking a fight to you, just like they did right there on the first round. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
McManus's pull after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off by the touchdown run from Jerry Jeudy. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness, in fact.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Foster Moreau, 77 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Throwing again on second down. Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, Wilson. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Fourth down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is fielded at the 27. Gets around him. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
They came into this game saying it was important to set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. A little juke, and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 7-7, our score after one. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass break up there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor out on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They'll try and run with a fullback Johnson. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Wilson to throw. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw again is Wilson. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That goes out wide to Murray. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Throwing is Wilson. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Over the middle, complete. It's Murray. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Again, Wilson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bolden. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a touchdown apiece. All right, so we skip the rest of halftime and get set for the third quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Coming up here, looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Wilson now to throw on third down. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Second down at 5. Throwing again here, Wilson. Being chased out left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So this game tied at the half, and if you wondered who would come up with the first big play of this third quarter, we have our answer.
Well, in basketball, you know how they tell you to have active hands defensively? I think the same thing applies here. Nice job there prying the ball free. And now their guys have a chance to take the lead if they can put something together. The beauty of doing it in football, you don't get called for a foul if you hit their arms.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Looking deep for Adams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That'll line up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a man who began with the Raiders, it's Latavius Murray. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case,
pressure comes and Wilson's going to go down. Neil Farrell putting his mark on the game with a sack. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
It's a 40-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get this to the 24, and it's 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 56 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running is Jacobs. Shifts by him. And some, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the... Welcome back now to Denver. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And Gordon will work his way in for a Denver touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Now McManus for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. It's capped off by a touchdown run coming from Melvin Gordon. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Take it in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that officially a loss of 1?
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They took a shot there, trying to get it downfield, 4th quarter tie game.
Tried to get it in one chunk, didn't they? Wanted to get into field goal range, as you noted, but good reactions back deep, forcing the incompletion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Good catch in the fair catch.
Football 101, you've got to let the guy catch the ball.
You have to know the ball is there. You have to know it's arrived. Otherwise, you're going to get flagged every time.
The handoff goes to him and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Raiders pick it up. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now, meanwhile, the pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ballgame, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Denver's offense ready to go again. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now Wilson. Finding Sutton on the out route who makes the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first. Here's Wilson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines, but incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. The throw down the field caught by his running back. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game. And they hit that one there for big yardage.
Jacobs going to try the middle. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Here's Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Carlson on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. So here is Wilson and the Broncos. Down 24-14. A minute 46 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Wilson. He's got Hamler.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
There's Wilson. He's got Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Duron Harmon. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.